pop, never ever stop. You will hear me when I come, when I pop my cherry gum. I will never stop, pop, never ever stop, pop. You will hear me when I come, when I pop my cherry gum. I will never stop, pop, never ever stop, pop. So, oh, 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 I taste so sweet, I can get enough. So here we go, oh, 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 I taste so sweet, I can get enough. My head spins round and round. I can't remember what I did last night. I can't recall a thing. It must have been over a stupid fight. Oh no, what you say? Don't stop anyway. What you say? What you say? Don't you dare. Ha ha, I don't care. What you say? What you say? You will hear me when I come, when I pop my cherry gum. I will never stop, pop, never ever stop, pop. You will hear me when I come, when I pop my cherry gum. I will never stop, pop, never ever stop, pop. So, oh, 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 I taste so sweet, I can get enough. So here we go, oh, 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 I taste so sweet, I can get enough. I can't resist the show. I think that something is about to blow. If pink will glue on you, you better move, there's nothing you can do. Oh no, what you say? Don't stop anyway. What you say? What you say? Don't you dare. Ha ha, I don't care. What you say? What you say? You will hear me when I come, when I pop my cherry gum. I will never stop, pop, never ever stop, pop. You will hear me when I come, when I pop my cherry gum. I will never stop, pop, never ever stop, pop. So, oh, 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 I taste so sweet, I can get enough. So here we go, oh, 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 I taste so sweet, I can get enough. What you say? No, anyway, go, 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 go. Ha, ha, what you say? No, anyway, go, 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 go. You will hear me when I come, when I pop my cherry gum. I will never stop, pop, never ever stop. You will hear me when I come, when I pop my cherry gum. I will never stop, pop, never ever stop, pop. You will hear me when I come, when I pop my cherry gum. I will never stop, pop, never ever stop, pop. So, oh, 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 I taste so sweet, I can get enough. So here we go, oh, 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 I taste so chased a rabbit down a hole just to see where it would go, go, go. Now I ended up alone. La 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 la, la 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 la. We don't need to understand. Here in Wonderland. La 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 la, la 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 la. We don't need to understand.
You're the sky that I fell through, and I remember the view. Whenever I'm holding you, the sun hung from a string, looking down on the world as it warmed over everything. Chills run down my spine as our fingers entwine, and your sighs harmonize with mine unmistakably. I can still feel your heart beat fast when you dance with me. We got older and I should have known that I'd feel colder when I walk alone. So I may as well ditch my dismay. Arms away, arms away. Circle me and the needle moves gracefully back and forth. If my heart was a compass, you'd be north. Risk it all, 'cause I'll catch you if you fall wherever you go. If my heart was a house, you'd be home. It makes me smile because you said it best. I would clearly feel blessed if the sun rose up from the west. Flower bomb perfume, all my clothes smell like you, 'cause your favorite shade is navy blue. I walk slowly when I'm on my own. Yeah, but frankly, I still feel alone. So I may as well ditch my dismay. Arms away, arms away. Circle me and the needle moves gracefully back and forth. If my heart was a compass, you'd be north. Risk it all, 'cause I'll catch you if you fall wherever you I'm tired of waking up in tears, 'cause I can't put to bed these phobias and fears. I'm new to this grief I can't explain, but I'm no stranger to the heartache and the pain. The fire I began is burning me alive, but I know better than to leave and let it die. I'm a silhouette, asking every now and then, is it over yet? Will I ever feel again? I'm a silhouette, chasing rainbows on my own, but the more I try to move on, the more I feel alone. So I watch the summer stars to lead me home. I'm sick of the past I can't erase, a jumble of footprints and hasty steps I can't retrace. The mountain of things I still regret is a vile reminder that I would rather just forget. No matter where I go, the fire I began is burning me alive, but I know better than to leave and let it die. I'm a silhouette, asking every now and then, is it over yet? Will I ever smile again? I'm a silhouette, chasing rainbows on my own, but the more I try to move on, the more I feel alone. So I watch the summer stars to lead me home. 'Cause I walk alone, no matter where I go. 'Cause I walk alone, no matter where I go. 'Cause I walk alone, no matter where I go. I'm a silhouette, asking every now and then, is it over yet? Will I ever love again? I'm a silhouette, chasing rainbows on my own, but the more I try to move on, the more I feel alone. So I watch the summer stars to lead me home. I watch the summer stars to lead me home.
Get this night off right and turn the bass up, blow my eardrums up, just like a fire truck. Get this night off right and turn the bass up. Yeah, I like it loud, I like it loud. You know I like it loud. Can't hear a f***ing sound. My ears are ringing now, 'cause that's how we get down. Now move your body so the this night alright and turn the bass up. Blow my eardrums up, just like a fire truck. Get this night alright and turn the bass up. Yeah, I like it loud, I like it loud. Shaking through your legs, the way the sun drops. Feel it in your chest, the way your heart stops. Get this night alright and turn the bass up. Yeah, I like it loud, I like it loud. Now move your body so the rhythm can set you free. Another round and we can drown out our hearts beating. Just like a drug, I let the music set me free. I like it loud, I like it loud. I like it loud, I like it loud. You know I like it loud. Can't hear a fucking sound. My ears are ringing loud. But that's how we get down. Bass up, turn the bass up, bass up. Get this night alright and turn the bass up. Blow my eardrums up, just like a fire truck. Get this night alright and turn the bass up. Yeah, I like it loud, I like it loud. Shaking through your legs, the way the sun drops. Feel it in your chest, the way your heart stops. Get this night alright and turn the bass up. Yeah, I like it loud, I like it loud. Yeah, I like it loud, I like it loud. Now move your body so the rhythm can set you free. Another round and we can drown out our hearts beating. Just like a drug, I let the music set me free. I like it loud, I like it loud. I like it loud, I like it loud. Yeah, I like it loud, I like it loud. Met a girl in the parking lot, and all I did was say hello. Her pepper spray made it rather hard for me to walk her home, but I guess that's the way it goes. Tell me again, was it love at first sight when I walked by and you caught my eye? Didn't you know love could shine this bright? Well, smile because you're the deer in the headlights. Met a girl with a graceful charm, but when beauty met the beast, he froze. Got the sense I was not her type by the black eye and bloody nose, but I guess that's the way it goes. Tell me again, was it love at first sight when I walked by and you caught my eye? Didn't you know love could shine this bright? Well, smile because you're the deer in the headlights. It's suffocating to say, but the female mystique takes my breath away. So give me a smile
take my hand, I'll teach you to dance. I'll spin you around, won't let you fall down. Would you let me lead? You could step on my feet, give it a try, it'll be alright. The room's hush hush and now's our moment. Take it in, feel it all and hold it. Eyes on you, eyes on me, we're doing this right. Cause lovers dance when they're feeling in love. Spotlight shining, it's all about us. It's all about us. And every heart in the room will melt. This is a feeling I've never felt, but it's all about us.
Suddenly, I'm feeling brave. I don't know what's got into me, why I feel this way. Can we dance real slow? Can I hold you? Can I hold you close?
The room's hush hush and now's our moment. Take it in, feel it all and hold it. Eyes on you, eyes on me, we're doing this right. Cause lovers dance when they're feeling in love. Spotlight shining, it's all about us. It's all about us. And every heart in the room will melt. This is a feeling I've never felt, but it's all about us. Do you hear that love? They're playing our song.
Do you think we're ready? Oh, I'm really feeling
Do you
it.
hear that love? Do you hear that love?
Do you hear that love? They're playing our song.
Do you think we're ready? Yeah, love, I'm really feeling it. You hear that love?
Do you hear that love?
Do you hear that love? They're playing our song.
Do you think we're ready yet? Oh, I'm really feeling
Do you
it.
hear that love? Do you hear that love? Lovers dance when they're feeling in love. Spotlight shining, it's all about
It's all about us.
It's all. Do you hear that love? Every heart in the room will melt. This is a feeling I've never felt, but it's all about us. Cause lovers dance when they're feeling in love. Spotlight shining, it's all about us. It's all about us.
Every heart in the room will melt.
This is a feeling I've never felt, but it's all about us.
Shipwreck in a sea of faces. There's a dreamy world up there. Dear friends in higher places, carry me away from here. Travel light, let the sun eclipse you, cause your flight is about to leave. And there's more to this brave adventure than you'd ever believe. Bird's eye view, awake the stars cause they're all around you. Wide eyes will always brighten the blue. Chase your dreams and remember me, sweet bravery, cause after all those wings will take you up so high. So bid the forest floor goodbye as you race the wind and take to the sky. You take to the sky. On the heels of war and wonder, there's a stormy world up there. You can't whisper above the thunder, but you can fly anywhere. simple burst of paper birds. This picture paints 1,000 words. So take a breath of myth and mystery and don't look back. Bird's eye view. Awake the stars, 'cause they're all around you. Wide eyes will always brighten the blue. Chase your dreams and remember me, sweet bravery, 'cause after all, those wings will take you up so high. So bid the forest floor goodbye as you race the wind and take to the sky. There's a realm above the trees where the lost are finally found. So touch your feathers to the breeze and leave the ground. Bird's eye view. Awake the stars, 'cause they're all around you. Wide eyes will always brighten the blue. Chase your dreams and remember me, sweet bravery, 'cause after all, those wings will take you up so high. So bid the forest floor goodbye as you race the wind and take to the sky. You take to the sky. You take to the sky. 'cause what you got is gold. I know you're gold. I know, I know. I don't need the stars in the night. I found my treasure. All I need is you by my side. So shine forever. I know you're gold. I know you're gold. You're gold. You're gold. I tried to disappear, but you're the only reason I'm floating here. Eyes painted crystal clear. I can see our future through the atmosphere. Don't you go, no, don't you go. Don't you know I'm up here alone? Yeah, I am like a satellite, sending you a signal tonight. Oh, 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 like a streak of light. Oh, 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 watch the world fly by. Oh, 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 rev your engine up. Everybody's racing at the speed of love. You were so hard to find, with oh so many clouds across my summer sky. You, my constellation prize. Yeah, every single star is sparkling in your eyes. So don't you go, no, don't you go. 'Cause don't you know I'm up here alone, so high, like a satellite. I'm sending you a signal tonight. Oh, 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 like a streak of light. Oh, 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 watch the world fly by. Oh, 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 rev your engine up. Everybody's racing at the speed of love. Oh, 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 like a streak of light. Oh, 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 as it seems. 'Cause I get 1,000 hugs from 10,000 lightning bugs as they tried to teach me how to dance. A foxtrot above my head, a sock hop beneath my bed. A disco ball is just hanging by a thread. I like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep, 'cause everything is never as it seems. Leave my door open just a crack. Please take me away from here, 'cause I feel like such an insomniac. Please take me away from here. Why do I tire of counting sheep? Please take me away from here, when I'm far too tired to fall asleep. To 10 million fireflies, I'm weird 'cause I hate goodbyes. I got misty eyes as they said farewell, but I'll know where several are if my dreams get real bizarre, 'cause I saved a few and I keep them in a jar. I like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep, 'cause everything is never as it seems. I like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep, 'cause everything is never as it seems. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep, because my dreams are bursting at the seams.
아득히도 닿지 않을 시간에 그댈 향한 이 사랑 고이 묻어도 다시 만날 날 부디 돌아봐 주길 애석하게 남겨진 이 마음 다시 떠오르네. 깊고 깊은 후회가 하염없이 타올라 아직 남아있거든. 짙은
まず赤い花が変えてるまついの冷たさ眠れない午前2時すべてが急速に変わる追い家のライダー焼けつくような胃の中すべてがもう嘘なら本当に動画がのみ目君の首を絞める夢を見た光の溢れるヒール坂に君の細い喉が も銀は消えてく夢を見た真夜中の部屋の広さと静寂が胸につっかえて上手に息ができなくなる多分言う通りさ飛び込んでみたら飛び場きっと眠るように消えていけるんだ僕のいない朝は今のリズムが素晴らしくて全てのアクルが鏡だったきっとそれが世界だ
My head is stuck in the clouds. She begs me to calm down, says, boy, quit fooling around. I told her I love the view from up here. Warm sun and wind in my ear. Will watch the world from above as it turns to the rhythm of love. We may only have tonight, but till the morning sun, you're mine, all mine. Play the music low and sway to the rhythm of love. Oh, my heart beats like a drum, a guitar string to the strum, a beautiful song to be sung. She's got blue eyes deep like the sea that roll back when she's laughing at me. She rises up like the tide the moment her lips meet mine. We may only have tonight, but till the morning sun, you're mine, all mine. Play the music low and sway to the rhythm of love. When the moon is low, we can dance in slow motion, and all your tears will subside. All your tears will dry. And long after I've gone, you'll still be humming along, and I will keep you in my mind. The way you make love so fine. We may only have tonight, but till the morning sun, you're mine, all mine. Play the music low and sway to the rhythm of love. Oh, play the music low and sway to the rhythm of love. Yeah, sway to the rhythm of love.
Back in Larry days, disco dancing a lot. Every day, every night. From time to time, this the glorious days. While I keep my feet on the earth that belong, I forgot all those fun. Customers from everywhere, people made a sip, resonate. It felt like dancing all night. There's all the hands in the air. You say you love this to hit. There's all nights that you get hard till the day breaks again. There's all the hands in the air. You say you love this to hit. There's all nights that you get hard till the day breaks again. 세상 스치는 시간에 아찔해질 때면 다시 돌아본 저편 이내 한없이 멀어지네. 못나고도 못난 맘이 한참 퍼져가고 말라가던 눈가의 샘을 다시 적시네. 나는 나의 원망 소리가 나를 부추기네. 나를 우는 마음은 얘가 어디를 끊고서 헤매느냐.
Baby, I'm preying on you tonight. Hunt you down, eat you alive. Just like animals, animals, like animals. Maybe you think that you can hide. I can smell your scent for miles. Just like animals, animals, like animals. Baby, so what you trying to do to me? It's like we can't stop, we're enemies, but we get along when I'm inside you. You're like a drug that's killing me. I cut you out entirely, but I get so high when I'm inside you. Yeah, you can start over, you can run free, you can find other fish in the sea. You can pretend it's meant to be, but you can't stay away from me. I can still hear you making that sound, taking me down, rolling on the ground. You can pretend that it was me, but no. Baby, I'm playing on you tonight. Hunt you down, eat you alive. Just like animals, animals, like animals. Maybe you think that you can hide. I can smell your scent for miles. Just like animals, animals, like animals. So if I run, it's not enough. You're still in my head, forever stuck. So you can do what you wanna do. I love your lies, I'll eat 'em up, but don't deny the animal that comes along when I'm inside you. Yeah, you can start over, you can run free, you can find other fish in the sea. You can pretend it's meant to be, but you can't stay away from me. I can still hear you making that sound, taking me down, rolling on the ground. You can pretend that it was me, but no. Baby, I'm playing on you tonight. Hunt you down, eat you alive. Just like animals, animals, like animals. Maybe you think that you can hide. I can smell your scent for miles. Just like animals, animals, like animals. Don't tell no lie. You can't deny the beast inside. No, girl, don't lie. You can't deny the beast inside. Baby, I'm playing on you tonight. Hunt you down, eat you alive. Just like animals, animals, like animals. Maybe you think that you can hide. I can smell your scent for miles. Just like animals, animals, like animals. Don't tell no lie. You can't deny the beast inside. No, girl, don't lie. You can't deny the beast inside.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind, wanting to start again? Do you ever feel so paper thin, like a house of cards, one blow from caving in? Do you ever feel already buried deep, 6 feet under scream, but no one seems to hear a thing? Do you know that there's still a chance for you? 'Cause there's a spark in you. You just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just on the night, like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you're worth. Make 'em die as you shoot across the sky. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make 'em die. You're gonna leave 'em falling down. You don't have to feel like a waste of space. You're original, cannot be replaced. If you only knew what the future holds. After a hurricane comes a rainbow. Maybe your reason why all the doors are closed, so you can't open one that leads you to the perfect road. Like a lightning bolt, your heart will blow, and when it's time you'll know. You just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just
Listen to music offline. YouTube Music Premium. Start a 1-month free trial.
like I've been away for 1,000 years. So tired of these airports and souvenirs. I shiver in the night and I think of you. I stroll the boulevards, I stare up at the stars and wish they'd all align. You keep me on my toes, and this is how it goes. You never leave my mind. Are you having fun yet? I'll send you the sunset I love the most when I'm in Tokyo. I'll melt in the moonlight and follow the shoreline on down the coast when I'm in Tokyo. Can't sleep the whole night through. I'm missing you. I'm thinking it out loud. I wish I could reach out and hold you close when I'm in Tokyo. I wander all alone in the pouring rain, ride shotgun on the wind in a bullet train. I shiver in the night and I think of you. I stroll the boulevard, stare up at the stars and wish they'd all align. You keep me on my toes, and this is how it goes. You never leave my mind. Are you having fun yet? I'll send you the sunset I love the most when I'm in Tokyo. I'll melt in the moonlight and follow the shoreline on down the coast when I'm in Tokyo. Can't sleep the whole night through. I'm missing you. I'm thinking it out loud. I wish I could reach out and hold you close when I'm in Tokyo. I stroll the boulevards, I stare up at the stars and wish they'd all align. You keep me on my toes, and this is how it goes. You never leave my mind. Are you having fun yet? I'll send you the sunset I love the most. I'll melt in the moonlight and follow the shoreline on down the coast. Can't sleep the whole night through. I'm missing you. I'm thinking it out loud. I wish I could reach out and hold you close when I'm in Tokyo. When I'm in Tokyo. When I'm in Tokyo. When I'm in Tokyo. When I'm in Tokyo.
A different future starts with you. That's why GoDaddy does more than help you find a name. You can create, sell, and get found online so any small business can make a change. We need a new generation of thinking, your way of thinking. Start different at GoDaddy.com.
I want your heart, dirty loving tonight. I take your hands down out of your mind, but baby I'm not very far behind. You like it dirty and I'm not gonna lie. So do I, so do I. I want your dirty loving, got me going crazy. Dirty loving, always skipping foreplay. Dirty loving, got me going crazy. Dirty loving. I think your hands down out of your mind. You like it dirty, but you're so divine. Please me, don't tease me, let's do it right. I want your heart, dirty loving tonight. I think your hands down out of your mind. You like it dirty, but you're so divine. Please me, don't tease me, let's do it right. I want your heart, dirty loving tonight. I want your dirty loving, got me going crazy. Dirty loving, always skipping foreplay. Dirty loving, got me going crazy. Dirty loving. I'm thinking you and me are two of a kind. A girl like you is very hard to find. You like it dirty and I'm not gonna lie. So do I, so do I. I want your dirty loving, got me going crazy. Dirty loving, always skipping foreplay. Dirty loving, got me going crazy. Dirty loving. I want your heart, dirty loving tonight. I want your heart, dirty loving tonight. I take your hands down out of your mind. You like it dirty, but you're so divine. Please me, don't tease me, let's do it right. I want your heart, dirty loving tonight. I take your hands down out of your mind. You like it dirty, but you're so divine. Please me, don't tease me, let's do it right. I want your heart, dirty loving tonight. I want your dirty loving, got me going crazy. Dirty loving, always skipping foreplay. Dirty loving, got me going crazy. Dirty loving.
Remember when I told you no matter where I go, I'll never leave your side, you will never be alone. Even when we go through changes, even when we roll, remember that I told you I'll find my way back home. I could never let you go, couldn't run away if I tried. 'Cause even when I'm all alone, you got a hold of my mind. And I'll always let you know that I'm always gonna hold on. And I told you right from the start, you just say the word and I go. No, it doesn't matter how far, 'cause your love is all that I know. Baby, you just stay where you are, and you know I won't be too long. Hold on, hold on. Remember when I told you no matter where I go, I'll never leave your side, you will never be alone. Even when we go through changes, even when we roll, remember that I told you I'll find my way back home.
조용히 잠든 방을 열어 기억을 끌어들어 있어진 시간 위에서 선명히 너는 떠올라. 길 잃은 맘속에 널 가둔 실사람. 그만 멈춘 시간 속 잠든 너를 찾아가. 아무리 막아도
뒤집어 찾으려 해 오직 너로 연결된 이야기를
No, I won't never lose as long as you're there.
빛이 다 꺼진 여기 날 안아줘 눈을 감으면 소리 없이 밀려와 이 마음 그 위로 넌 또 한겹 쌓여가
Even when we go through changes, even when we're old, remember that I told you I found my way back home.
It's always a good time. It's always a good time.
Woke up on the right side of the bed. What's up with this Prince song inside my head? Hands up if you're down to get down tonight. 'Cause it's always a good time. Slept in all my clothes like I didn't care. Hopped into a cab, take me anywhere. I'm in if you're down to get down tonight. 'Cause it's always a good time.
Good morning and good night. I wake up at twilight.
It's gonna be alright. We don't even have to try. It's always a good time.
It's always a good time. We don't even have to try. It's always a good time. It's always a good time.
Freaked out, dropped my phone in the pool again. Checked out of my room, hit the ATM. Let's hang out if you're down to get down tonight. 'Cause it's always a good time.
Good morning and good night.
I wake up at twilight.
It's gonna be alright. We don't even have to try. It's always a good time.
It's always a good time. We don't even have to try. It's always a good time. It's always a good time. We don't even have to try. It's always a good time.
Doesn't matter when. It's always a good time then.
Doesn't matter when, it's always a good time then.
Doesn't matter when. It's always a good time then.
It's always a good time. We don't even have to try. It's always a good time. It's always a good time. We don't even have to try. It's always a good time.
There's no way to say this song's about someone else. Every time you're not in my arms, I start to lose myself. Someone please pass me my shades. Don't let him see me down. You have taken over my days, so tonight I'm going out. Yet I'm feeling like there is no better place than right by your side. I had a little taste and I'm only spoiled the party anyway. 'Cause all the girls are looking fine, but you're the only one on my mind. La-di-da. only one on my mind. La-di-dee-la-la-da-do, da-da-da me, da-da-da-you. La-di-dee-la-la-da-do, there's only me, there's only you. La-di-dee-la-la-da-do, da-da-da me, da-da-da-you. La-di-dee-la-la-da-do, when you were gone, I think of you. La-di-dee-la-la-da-do, da-da-da me, da-da-da-you. La-di-dee-la-la-da-do, there's only me, there's only you. La-di-dee-la-la-da-do, da-da-da me, da-da-da-you. La-di-dee-la-la-da-do, when you were gone, I think of you. I'll pretend the night is so beautiful. Take a photo with the bros, la-da-dee-la-da-da-do. They won't see through my disguise, right here behind my eyes, replaying in my mind, la-da-da, yeah. Clear the light, there is no better place than right by your side. I never tasted love, only spoil the party anyway. 'Cause all the girls are looking fine, but you're the only one on my mind. La-da-dee-la-da-da-do, da-da-da-me, da-da-da-you. La-da-dee-la-da-da-do, there's only me, there's only you. La-da-dee-la-da-da-do, da-da-da-me, da-da-da-you. La-da-dee-la-da-da-do, when you were gone, I think of you. La-da-dee-la-da-da-do, da-da-da-me, da-da-da-you. La-da-dee-la-da-da-do, there's only me, there's only you. La-da-dee-la-da-da-do, da-da-da-me, da-da-da-you. La-da-dee-la-da-da-do, when you were gone, I think of you.
Atoms fall apart. Solar flares arrive. Buildings collapse. Only a few will survive. The world as we know it will no longer be there. Water is gone. A new era has begun. Prepare yourself for the apocalypse. The apocalypse. The heat is scorching. Forests burned up. The sky colors red. Volcanoes erupt. The world as we know it will no longer be there. Water is gone. A new era has begun. Prepare yourself for the apocalypse.
チパチつけまつけるのパチリパチパおめめのがパチパチつけまつけてつけまつけまつけまつけかわいいのつけまつけるチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュルチュル
Listen to music personalized to you. YouTube Music Premium. Start a 1-month free trial.
Stand on the ground, jump, 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 move
revenge. I want your love. I don't wanna be friends. Je t'en amour. Et je veux ton revenge. Je t'en amour. I don't wanna be friends. I don't wanna be friends. No, I don't wanna be friends. Want your romance? Want your romance? I want your love and I want your revenge. You and me could write a bad romance. I want your love and all your love is revenge. You and me could write a bad
empower more girls than me.
Score more victories than me.
Because you don't need to be amazing to start, but you need to start to be amazing.
Toyota.
Welcome to r/Pro Revenge. Today we find out what happens when r/entitled parents meets r/Pro Revenge. So this happened earlier today and was too perfect to not share with you guys. I work in construction as the foreman for a new house build. The location is kinda strange. The house is 250 feet up on a hill via a footpath only. All of our materials have to come up this footpath by hand. It's a pain in the butt to manually carry quite literally an entire house up this hill. One of our saving graces is having the 2 parking spots on the street at the bottom of this hill marked with official no parking signs. Unfortunately, there's an elementary school about half a block away, and the parents of children seem to regularly, at least twice a day, think it's okay to park in our spots. Now, I consider myself a reasonable person, so if someone is parked in the spots and we don't have a delivery or I need to park a truck, I will let it go. If I need the spots and there's no one parked there, however, I will ask them to move nicely, and most of the time they will do so immediately. Until today. I get a call from the lumber delivery truck that is en route to our location. He says he'll be there in about 2 or 3 minutes. I let him know I will meet him at the street and make sure he has a space to park. He's carrying all of the materials to frame the roof of our house, which is a lot of really big lumber and will take easily an hour to bring up the hill. So naturally, I didn't want him parked in the middle of the street with his hazards on for an hour when we have a perfectly good parking spot for him. As I begin my trip down the hill, I notice there's a school parent sitting in her car idling. Assuming she's just waiting to pick up her child, I walk up to her car and politely let her know that she is parked in a no parking zone and we really need her to clear it to park a delivery truck. She scoffs at me and rudely states back, "I'll just be a few minutes and your truck isn't here. Take a chill pill, dude." Before I can respond, a giant lumber truck comes around the corner and I wave to him, and then gesture towards him to the woman in the car who has now put her window back up to ignore me. I put on my best customer service smile and wave at her through the window. She put it down halfway and angrily shouts, "What?" By now, the truck has pulled up alongside her car and I politely ask her again with a stronger tone of voice to move her vehicle, reminding her that she is illegally parked in a tow-away zone. Then she gives me this wonderful idea. She says, "Can't you guys just unload around me? Jesus, it's not that hard." I give her another smile and walk away, a brilliant plan forming in my head. I instruct the delivery driver to park as closely to her as possible and block her in with the porta potty that is on one end of our reserve spot and the car that is parked just adjacent to our spots on the other end. He smiles because he immediately gets what I'm trying to do and proceeds to expertly block this lady and her car into a little 2 parking spot jail. We unstrap the lumber and my guys begin humping material up the hill. Meanwhile, I call the police parking enforcement to let them know the situation. At this point in time, I wasn't trying to get her in trouble. I just wanted a record of why we were blocking part of the street so we don't get in trouble with the city. The very friendly traffic officer lets me know that she can be there in about 30 minutes and deal with the situation for me. Wonderful. As we continue to unload lumber, the child of the parent shows up, and wouldn't you know it, mom is just now realizing that the lumber truck is parked so close she can't get out of her driver door to meet her kid. She awkwardly clambers across the inside of her car and stumbles out the passenger door, shooting glaring looks at me and the truck driver in the process. She loads her kid into the back and then begins to realize that she has no way of leaving. She comes storming up to myself and the driver and states, "I'm in a big hurry. You need to move your freaking truck right now so I can go." Before I can respond, the driver gets a grin on his face and says, "Ma'am, in order to unload the lumber on the truck, we had to unstrap it. And per our company policy, I'm not allowed to move the truck with any unsecured load on it. Sorry." This sends her into near aneurysm levels of blood pressure. Meanwhile, I can barely contain my laughter. "F your policy, I have somewhere to be," she barks back at him. At this point, with impeccably convenient timing, the parking enforcement officer shows up and parks behind the truck. She doesn't see the officer arrive, and while the officer is still getting out of her vehicle, I just casually say, "Can't you just pull around it? It's not that hard." With the biggest shit-eating grin I've ever had, I watch as she realizes that I just used her line on her. F you! She yells and storms back to her car and angrily clambers back in through the passenger door and into the driver's seat. At this point, the officer is walking up to myself and the driver. Before she can even introduce herself, the mom in the car slams it into reverse and stomps on the gas, crashing into our porta potty and knocking it over, and then throws the car into drive and tries to mount the curb and drive on the sidewalk. The officer, driver, and I are staring in disbelief as she gets halfway over the curb and gets stuck. I can hear her screaming obscenities over the idling truck from inside her car. The officer promptly walks up to the door of the car and orders her out. My favorite part of the entire thing is watching her face go to shock as she realized she just did all of that in front of a police officer. She gets slapped in cuffs as the parking officer calls for a second unit, and she is promptly sat on the very curb she tried to drive over. She sits on the curb yelling to the now two officers about how we told her she could stay there and that we never asked her to move. The traffic officer responds that she was the one who was originally called when she first refused to move and that she already knows what's going on. While myself and the driver are giving a report to the second officer, my guys finish moving the remainder of the lumber and the driver finishes his statement and takes off to go back to the yard. By the end of the ordeal, she was arrested, charged with child endangerment, her kid was in the back of the car the whole time, reckless driving, destruction of property, the porta potty, and driving on a suspended license. On top of all that, she also got her car towed. The kid went home with his grandma and she went to spend some quality time in a cell. I never expected her to actually heed my advice to just pull around it. But I think next time she'll probably think twice about parking in a tow-away zone if she ever gets a license again. Oh, it's so beautiful. This is what happens when entitled parents meets pro-revenge. While walking to my gate at LAX airport, I noticed a woman whose dog was in the middle of doing its business. The woman was loudly FaceTiming with her back to the dog, so I assumed she didn't notice. That was likely the thought shared by the gentleman who tried to get her attention. "Excuse me, miss," he said in a polite tone. The woman glared at him. "Your dog," he sheepishly continued, pointing to the mid-poop pup. The woman rolled her eyes and went back to FaceTime as the man slinked away, seemingly embarrassed. "Some people," she bellowed to her FaceTime companion with no hint of irony, "are just so darn rude." When her dog finished, the woman started walking away, leaving everything right on the airport floor. Another woman tried to stop her. "You're not going to clean that up?" she asked, as shocked as the rest of us were. "They have people for that," the offender replied, disappearing into the crowd as much as someone yelling into their phone can disappear into a crowd. I stood near the pile and warned people to walk around it while someone else got a maintenance worker's attention. No one said anything. We were so shocked that anyone could be that horrible. When I got to my gate, the woman was there too. Great, we were both going to Tokyo. When I travel abroad, I get embarrassed by other Americans doing things 100 times less embarrassing than leaving animal feces on the floor of the airport. To make it worse, her dog was now barking at everyone who walked by. I have nothing against people flying with their dogs. I do it often, but it is a privilege I take seriously. My dog is well trained and behaves better than most people. He certainly behaves better than that butthole. Speaking of buttholes, there is a pet relief area inside LAX, past security, just 2 gates away from where the party pooper let her dog go to town. It didn't matter. She was the type of person to litter 3 feet away from an empty garbage can. While her dog barked at the world, the woman had moved from FaceTiming with no headphones to listening to music with no headphones. I don't like to throw around the word sociopath, but I don't know how else I could explain just how selfish and terrible of a person she was. I'd bet her car was somewhere in long-term parking, parked across 3 spots with paint on the bumper from the child's bike she hit without leaving a note. Everyone else tried to ignore her, sitting as far away from her as they could. I am not everyone else. I sat down right next to the horrible woman. "Are you going to London on business?" I said. "I'm going to Tokyo," she responded gruffly, annoyed that I had interrupted her DJing. "Oh," I said, "then you better hurry. The flight got moved to gate 53C. This is the flight to London." I figured I could give her a little moment of panic as payback for how terribly she was treating everyone. I didn't predict what would happen next. She grabbed her bags and her dog in a huff and stormed out of the gate without even checking. She was so self-involved, she didn't notice that the monitor at our gate still said Tokyo and almost everyone at the gate was Japanese. Based on her actions, she believed me that the flight had been moved, so she's also a butthole for not thanking me. Some people, I thought as I watched her rush away from the gate without stopping her, are just so darn rude. The flight to Tokyo was at gate 69A, so the 53 gates were on the other side of the next terminal. And I felt guilty knowing she probably berated some poor clerk who had to explain to her that there was no gate 53C. I don't know if she made it back to this flight before we took off or not, but I didn't see her board and I don't hear her dog. Her missing her flight was not my original intention, but it would be a fine punishment for her being so rude to everyone and making a low-paid stranger clean feces off the floor. What makes me wonder if I went too far is the knowledge that Delta only has one flight to Tokyo each day. Whoops! Maybe she can rebook on another airline. I hear they have people for that. I would spend actual money. I would spend those big ol' YouTuber bucks to watch that airport security footage of this woman when she gets to the wrong gate and realizes she missed that flight. Oh my God, I would pay anything to watch that footage. We live in a small private neighborhood. The neighbors are related to us more or less, distant relatives. Everybody here is a complete nut job. They were constantly before me or my brother were even born. Our property line is kind of like a square and it is surrounded by road from two sides. Keep in mind that on one part of the road, we let our neighbors use 1 square meter of the land so they could use the road safer and not damage our property. This is crucial information. This road is made of gravel. The neighbors want my parents and only my parents to pay for the entire cost to lay an asphalt road. My dad and my mother are constantly fixing potholes for 90% of the road, so naturally our neighbors thought that they will pay for the asphalt road. Classic choosing beggars. Fast forward 20 years, the road remains gravel-ish. Nobody wanted to pay for the asphalt road. One day, my neighbors order a massive truck filled with tons of wood. The truck driver runs over our fence. Nobody wanted to pay for the damage. Our fence is made out of multiple bushes, trees, and a little bit of metal fence too. These plants were now completely destroyed and a part of the metal fence completely bent. We had to replant these plants and place a new metal fence. My father told me this was not the first time this happened, but actually the third. I couldn't believe it when I heard this. So this is where the revenge begins. My father is a police officer in the department where they mostly handle frauds, drug busts, etc. He knows the law well. He dug up the property line marker and placed plastic barrels filled with rocks on our property. In the next 6 hours, 3 of our neighbors came knocking on the door because they hit our plastic barrels filled with rocks. They were angry and wanted to call the cops, but they never did because everyone knew that little part of land was still our property. One neighbor in particular threatened my dad that he will throw a frickin' pickaxe at my father's back. Over the period of 1 year, these neighbors hit the barrels so much with their cars that the barrels are now worthless. My dad was furious and he changed his petty revenge into pro revenge. He cut some wood to use it as a mold. He bought cement, sand, and metal poles. One peaceful afternoon, my father and I cemented that whole part of the land and placed some lovely flowers on top. So when they hit the concrete, they can smell our flowers of victory and defeat. As we expected, 5 neighbors in total wrecked their cars on the new fence and nobody came knocking on the door. And as an added bonus, we have a picture of the revenge wall, but I feel like it's missing something. Ah, there we go. It's amazing what just a touch of paint would do. That's what I would put on my new fence. What would you write on your new car-destroying concrete fence? Let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear your suggestions. And if you like that, I got another one for you. When I was little, our next door neighbors were the biggest buttholes. They constantly messed with us, insulted us, threw garbage on our house, etc. One thing they used to do was knock over these wooden poles we had in our grass, the part that separates our houses, with the bumper of their SUV and drive through our grass to get to their driveway. And when my dad would confront them, they would always tell us off and say, "Sue me." This happened a lot, and my dad waited till they were gone on vacation and dug all the poles out, then made the holes really big and proceeded to fill them all with big bags of concrete. Then he put new, longer poles in the grass back and waited. Well, when they got back, it wasn't but a few days later we hear a bang and go outside and see the back of their SUV all jacked up. Our neighbor proceeds to lose his cool, saying my dad had to pay for the damage, and my dad just smiled and said, "Sue me," and walked back inside. That was r/pro revenge, and I just wanted to say very quickly, thanks to everyone who's supporting my channel. The growth has been absolutely insane. I hit 100,000 subscribers on Monday, and then I hit 200,000 subscribers on Friday. So I'm gaining about 100,000 subscribers every 4 days, give or take, which is insane. So if you like my content, please subscribe because I want to bring you guys a bunch more videos. Welcome to r/choosing beggars, where OP bamboozles a choosing beggar. Hello, my name is Blank, and I'm reaching out on behalf of Bachelor in Paradise contestant and social influencer Chase McNary. Since capturing America's heart on season 20 of ABC's The Bachelorette as the runner-up contestant vying for JoJo Fletcher's heart, Chase's following and fan base has exploded. In addition, Chase's presence on the current season of Bachelor in Paradise, with over 4.7 million weekly views, has enabled his following to expand even further. With over 328,000 followers on Instagram alone, as well as an average of 250,000 weekly profile impressions and 30,000 average story views, Chase's Instagram platform has served as a valuable marketing tool for reputable brands such as Nivea and Bud Light, and is only expected to increase as he re-enters the reality television world this month. As a Denver local and owner of Revel Social, Chase is looking to partner with an apartment complex in Denver as a live-in social influencer, and absolutely loves your property. If this is something you would like to discuss further, please let me know. Thanks. So, this guy's argument is literally, hey, so I'm like super famous on TV, so give me a place to live for free. I mean, honestly, I'm not trying to flex here, but I can't help but just focus on the insanity that this guy has way smaller subscribers than me, and I would never dream of asking something like this. But if this guy's getting a free apartment at 300,000 subscribers, then at like 1.4 million, you guys should basically be paying my rent for me. So instead of paying your own rent, I would really appreciate it if you guys would just all forward your rent checks to me. Selling for $85, Canon camcorder. Is this still available? Yes. $40. You're gonna bring it to me tomorrow. Lol, don't think so. You can't be selling stuff and not be willing to negotiate. The buyer makes the rules, so agree with it or F off and don't sell your junk. WTF, are you being serious, my dude? $40 and you're bringing it to me tomorrow. Accept the offer because nobody else is gonna buy your sucky camera. I don't have time for your tweaker BS. The flip? Stop wasting my time, and you aren't gonna sell your junk if you're being a dick to buyers. Stop contacting me. $40 and you're gonna bring it to my workplace tomorrow. You need to be flexible when selling instead of having a stick up your butt. Yes, because clearly OP is the one with the stick up their butt here. Selling 2008 sedan for $4,000. I'll give you $950 right now. No questions asked. Take it or leave it. Every second you wait on this offer, I drop the price by $50. The ball's in your court. And this choosing beggar sent this message at 9:50 p.m. So at 9:53 p.m. OP replies, huh. So your offer is already at zero? No, still $950. Take it or leave it. Nope, I only had 20 seconds to respond. Shoot, guess I missed out. On this next post, OP makes custom cakes. Yes, 11 is fine. I would like to talk about the price. Sure, as we discussed before, I mostly charge ingredients. Finding fruit has been crazy, but your cake is still 55 bucks. I know we said 55, but perhaps we could discuss going lower. It's for a birthday, so maybe there can be a discount? I'm short on money because I've made large grocery runs, so I'll be staying home with my children during this scary time. I'm sorry, but no. I'm already losing money on this cake because the fruits you asked for in the cake have been scarce and expensive. I remained at $55 because that is what we agreed on. I'm very sorry, but if you can't confirm this price with me right now, then I will not be making any cake at all. I don't control the stores. It's completely unprofessional to cancel my order the day before I need it. What am I supposed to do about my mother's birthday with no cake? Selfish. Well, here's a radical idea. Instead of throwing your elderly mother a birthday party during the coronavirus outbreak, maybe you should just stop being selfish and not have a birthday party at all. Hello, is the MSI laptop that's on your story still available? Yes, I still have the one with 1 terabyte hard drive. Can I have it for $400, please? I'll meet you at blank. No, the price is firm. I'll only take the $800. Nah, I won't pay that much. Sorry, then I can't sell it to you. That's too expensive. I can't sell it to you then, sorry. The F is your problem, you scamming F. I hope that you never sell anything, you greedy racial slur. Effing scum. You offered me $400 for a laptop worth $1,000. There's no way I would accept that, especially after the comments you made. Because you're trying to scam me, R-word. Okay, I'm sincerely sorry for trying to scam you. I'll sell it to you for $300. OMG, thank you, bro. When can I come get it? Meet me at blank today at 7 p.m. Should I go into the Goodwill? Yup, now you can buy a laptop within your price range and talk smack straight to people's faces. Are you effing kidding me? Is this a joke? I drove 40 minutes. Yep, and you're gonna have to drive 40 minutes back. On this next post, an acquaintance messaged OP about a gaming PC he was selling. Is it still for sale? Nope. Why? I sold it for $1,300. Why you're not gonna sell it to me? I was gonna do $500. But I sold it for more to someone else. Money hungry piece of shit. School's out for 4 weeks and all I got is a smashed iPad, you effer. Lol, sucks for you. Can you draw for me? Thank you. Yes, I can. I take commissions. What's commission? Well, an order. It requires money just like any other job. You pay taxes? You're registered under government? Not really. I do this as a hobby and earn less than $300 a month, so I don't pay taxes for it. You know that's illegal. How much do you charge per draw? It's not illegal where I live. I've checked, but in the future, if I make this my everyday job, then I'll let the government know. I charge $30 to $35 depending on what needs to be drawn. You can draw for me and my wife? For free, not paying you since you aren't registered. I don't draw for free. But you can draw for practice. If I ever want to practice and I have no inspiration, I'll message you. Okay, I'll need it by April since it's my wife's birthday, so do it by then. I'll do it whenever I'm free. I can't promise doing it before April. Where do you live? Why? I'm calling the police on you, b****. You think you can get away with doing illegal stuff, b****? Absolutely. I mean, if you want to lose weight, I'd recommend a diet plan with a focus on calorie reduction. If you want to increase your cardiovascular fitness, I could make a plan for that also. Would that be okay with you? Yes, just give me a food plan and a cardiovascular plan. Sure, just fill out these forms so I can get a few more details about you. Okay, did that. Now what? I'll formulate a diet and exercise plan for you, which might take some time. It's 25 euros each. Is that okay? That's okay. Also, my gym is closed because of Corona, so I can only exercise in the park. Just make up one for that too. Okay, here's a plan I prepared based on the info that you gave me. It includes a weekly meal plan and exercise routine tailored to your ability. Feel free to check in on me if you have any questions about it or would like to make changes. Your total amount owed comes to 50 euros, which can be payable in 2 halves. You can pay it to me on PayPal at blank, after which the full plan is unlocked. This guy sends $25 and then refunds it 30 minutes later. I just noticed you refunded your payment. I apologize, but I don't do refunds. Haha, F you moron, R-word. I printed off the plan and got my money back. F you gonna do about it? Nothing. Just a bit of advice. Next time you scam someone, don't list your location in your bio and use your full name in your PayPal account. And then OP posted an update explaining that because he knew the guy's address, because he had his email and all of his information, he just reported him to the police. And apparently the police are looking into it, so things might not turn out so well for this choosing beggar. Digital art commissions open. Is this still available? Hello? Yes, what would you like to commission? You see, my daughter just lost her little bunny. The neighbor's dog killed him and she's really sad. There's nothing to distract her from the pain of losing her little best friend. She's only 8. Sweet little girl. I'm so sorry to hear that. I would be more than happy to do a portrait of the bunny. I would need reference pictures as a start. Payment is due up front and the commission will be sent to you in 2 to 3 days. Let me know. Thank you. With the coronavirus going on, I can't pay right now. I'm wondering if you can do it for free? We're all going through rough times and doing one for free for a little girl won't hurt you at all. Your price is not that much, so it won't be a huge loss on your parts. I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm currently not offering my services for free. I was laid off and need to buy medications and lots of other essentials. My prices are this low currently because I'm trying to get enough to get my medications. My price isn't a lot to you, but it's a lot for me. These paintings take me a few hours each, so I'd be working minimum wage for them. I'm so sorry for your loss. Everyone is quarantined, so I don't understand why you can't do one for free for a little girl. I'm disgusted by people like you in this type of crisis. You can never help the needy ones unless you're getting paid. Hope you get corona, you greedy, selfish grunt. Your family, too. Your art is ugly. Disgusting. You're probably one of the people that bought all the toilet paper and hand sanitizer. F you. I would love to get coronavirus and go cough on people like you. My daughter will grow up to be a doctor someday, and I hope one day you won't regret putting a smile on her face. I hope people won't go up to her and ask her to work for free. Bye, weird lady. She will have a real job saving lives, not trying to rob people for art. How long did that take you to learn? 1 to 2 weeks? And you want people to pay? You should be doing your part during this pandemic and make people stay. You think people will buy art right now? What a joke. Like I said, hope you and other greedy mother effers get corona. You have all the time in the world right now to do one illustration for free. You're heartless. You're a very inconsiderate butthole. Your art is junk and I hope you receive bad karma. Really praying no one buys from you. What the actual f***? Lady, if you think learning art takes 1 to 2 weeks, then why don't you spend the quarantine teaching yourself art so you don't have to harass poor innocent artists for free art? These are actual complaints received by Thomas Cook Vacations from dissatisfied customers. 1. They shouldn't allow topless sunbathing on the beach. It was very distracting for my husband who just wanted to relax. 2. On my holiday to Goa in India, I was disgusted to find that almost every restaurant served curry. I don't like spicy food. 3. We went on holiday to Spain and had a problem with the taxi drivers as they were all Spanish. 4. We booked an excursion to a water park, but no one told us we had to bring our own swimsuits and towels. We assumed it would be included in the price. 5. The beach was too sandy. We had to clean everything when we returned to our room. 6. We found the sand was not like the sand in the brochure. Your brochure shows the sand as white, but it was more yellow. 7. It's lazy of the local shopkeepers in Puerto Vallarta to close in the afternoons. I often needed to buy things during siesta time. This should be banned. 8. No one told us there would be fish in the water. The children were scared. 9. Although the brochure said there was a fully equipped kitchen, there was no egg slicer in the drawers. 10. I think it should be explained in the brochure that the local convenience store does not sell proper biscuits, like custard creams or ginger nuts. 11. The roads were uneven and bumpy, so we couldn't read the local guidebook during the bus ride to the resort. Because of this, we were unaware of many things that would have made our holiday more fun. 12. It took us 9 hours to fly from Jamaica to England. It took the Americans only 3 hours to get home. This seems unfair. 13. I compared the size of our 1-bedroom suite to our friend's 3-bedroom, and ours was significantly smaller. 14. The brochure stated no hairdresser at the resort. We are trained hairdressers, and we think they knew and made us wait longer for service. 15. When we were in Spain, there were too many Spanish people there. The receptionist spoke Spanish, the food was Spanish. No one told us there would be so many foreigners. I've just gotta stop at this one. Dude, when you visit a foreign country, you're the foreigner. 16. We had to line up outside to catch the boat, and there was no air conditioning. 17. It is your duty as a tour operator to advise us of noisy or unruly guests before we travel. 18. I was bitten by a mosquito. The brochure didn't mention mosquitoes. 19. My fiance and I requested twin beds when we booked, but instead we were placed in a room with a king bed. We now hold you responsible and want to be reimbursed for the fact that I became pregnant. This wouldn't have happened if you had put it in the room that we booked. Today I learned that Spain is full of Spanish people. Who knew? That was r/choosingbeggars, and if you like this video, then hit that subscribe button because I put out new Reddit videos every single day.
Drop it.
Welcome to r/choosingbeggars, where people try to apply the coronavirus discount. Hi, OP. Thanks for getting the lawn for Pops when you come back to do the edging. I'm in the office pulling a 12-hour shift until further notice. Not even sure when my next day off is. Okay, well, you know how Pops likes his lawn all trimmed up and stuff. Wait, aren't you on furlough during the outbreak? Why can't you go and do it? Yeah, but I'm trying to save gas. You live next door. I'm in the next town over and don't have a trimmer. I spent half of my only day off since March 1st clearing and cleaning your dad's yard. I'm doing 12-hour shifts every day for the foreseeable future because we're critical services. I don't have time to do it. Come over and my wife will grab my lawnmower for you and you can use it. Just bring it back when you're done. WTF, man, you know I'm not getting any income. It's 26 miles to Pop's house and I don't have money for gas. Can't you do it, please? Or have your wife do it? You've got money for Newports, though. So how's no work for you? I've got too much stuff to do at work and at home. My wife is taking care of our kids and our neighbors' kids during the day. Get off your lazy butt and take care of your dad. Looking for a babysitter? Hi, neighbors. I'm planning on going back to work, hopefully by April 6th if I can secure a trustworthy babysitter. I have 3 kids, 1-month-old girl, 1-year-old boy, and 3-year-old girl, and I would be paying weekly. To start off with, pay would be $160 a week for all children, then I could up the price. I'd prefer my children be cared for at the babysitter's home. I'll need them picked up and dropped off before and after work. I'm looking for hours 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, so babysitting hours range from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. possibly. I would have to talk with and meet you in person, of course, before setting up care, and would like to have someone that genuinely loves children. If interested, message me. Do you realize that you're paying $3.50 per hour for 3 children? And dropped off and picked up? I would be careful hiring anyone for this little. They might put your kids in danger. Down in the comments, you can kiss me as sums up the post pretty well. Whomever replied got their math wrong. It's even less. The choosing beggar wants to pay $160 a week for 55 hours of work per week, 5 days at 11 hours a day. 160 divided by 55 is $291 an hour. This woman is trying to find childcare at less than $1 per child per hour. I assume the babysitter, in addition to picking up and dropping off the children and spending her own gas money and vehicle wear and tear, would also be responsible for feeding 3 kids for free as well. At the end of it, the babysitter would essentially be paying the choosing beggar to watch her kids. On this next post, OP was giving away $10 worth of Easter decorations, and just left them out on her porch and said first come, first serve. Then she gets this message. FYI, cyberbullying is a crime, and if you have children, maybe I should call CPS on you. Just remember you gave me your address, and I can turn you into Child Protective Services because you're a bully. And you need to be straightened out by someone. Law enforcement can do that. Maybe you need to go to some severe mental facility to get some counseling for your attitude. Because nurses are abusive and you are one abusive chick. CPS would take your children away from you, little girl, because you obviously are an abuser to people. Just remember, you gave me your address so I could send CPS to your home. This lady says cyberbullying is a crime and then immediately proceeds to cyberbully. Okay. Hi, I saw your decals. Can you send some pics of your work? Here you go. Pricing depends on size and material and difficulty of the design. Let me know if you're interested. Can you do something like this and big? I think so, but it would be pretty expensive. It would probably be cheaper to have someone print it. I would do it by layering vinyl, so it wouldn't look just like that picture. I can send you a mock-up. How big? 2 feet across. Sorry, 2 feet tall, and maybe 1 foot wide? Yeah, I can do that. It'll be $100. $20 will be due up front and is non-refundable for me to make the design. If you don't like it, I can tweak some stuff. The additional $80 is due before printing and is non-refundable once we agree on the design. Oh, that's fine. The shop quoted me $300. That's amazing. Do you have an email I can send the design to? Here's my email. Okay, my Venmo is blank. Feel free to send the $20 whenever and I'll get the design made within the next 2 hours. Can you do the design before I pay? I'm sick at home and my husband will have to bring the money. I actually am only taking Venmo right now because of the stay-at-home order. I'll mail you the finished decal. No, I have to pay in person because it's gift cards. Please, this is for my daughter's car and she has this disease going around. Gift cards? I'm sorry, I only accept Venmo. I would normally accept cash, but I'm only doing no contact transactions right now. And then she sends a picture of GameStop gift cards. I'm sorry, but no thank you. This is the only extra I have. Please, it's a hard time for everyone. My daughter is sick. You want me to use my cash for this? When she's ill? Please do the design. I'll bring these to your house right now. I'm driving over. You live in blank, right? Hello, please tell me where you are. I need these. Down in the comments, Depressio said exactly what I was thinking. That's what always baffles me about this stuff. Your family has a deadly disease and money is tight, so your first priority is a giant decal for your car? And on top of that, if your daughter's really sick with the coronavirus, why does she need a car? She should be staying inside, not going anywhere, so this is just multiple levels of stupid. Tweet by the legendary Mr. Beast. Due to recent events, lots of people have started hoarding food and donating less, which sucks because now more than ever, people need help. So we filled 6 semi-trucks with 1 million meals for people in need. Go watch. Reply. Would have been better if you gave them sanitizers and toilet paper. Makes sense. Having a clean butthole is way more important than literally not dying from starvation. This next post is a cross post from r/am I the butthole. Am I the butthole for no longer giving a struggling neighbor food? I'm a 30-year-old female, and when my husband and I got our first house, I became friendly with our neighbor who had 2 young children, 2 and 3. They're now 7 and 8. Early on, I noticed she was stressed. She was working from early to late. I noticed she was getting home at like 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. I started to accidentally cook extra. I'd bring over shepherd pies, meat pies, fish pie, etc. I'd accidentally have too many steaks or food that was about to go bad, and this led to the children just having dinner at our place. We recently discovered that our daughter has a meat allergy, so everything's been swapped to a veggie option. Me and my partner have decided it'll make life a whole lot easier to make the switch with her. To put it bluntly, I'm not cooking 2 meals. We usually avoid soy and just do vegetables, vegetable lasagna, mushroom burgers, etc., broccoli and kale mac and cheese. Well, neighbor decided to complain that I was trying to convert her children who now refuse to eat food she cooks. So I've stopped cooking for her. She apologized and has asked me to cook, but she's never appreciated what I've done for her, and complaining has just pushed it all over the edge. My husband thinks I'm being a butthole and that she was just being a concerned parent and clearly feels bad about accepting my charity. And then down in the comments, an active account has a similar story. I fell for this with jerky making. I would make batches on Sunday to practice and bring it to work on Mondays. Then hiking season started and I was making them on Friday and eating them during the 2-day long hikes. That's why I was practicing in the first place. Sure enough, Mondays, after a 2-day hike, my coworkers are complaining that I didn't bring any jerky. Had one tell me that he stopped bringing lunch on Mondays because I can just fill up on free jerky. On this next post, OP's Minecraft account got hacked, and then he gets this email. Hey, I'm the one who's been on your Minecraft account. I would really appreciate it if you gave the password. I bought and grinded a lot of stuff on there, and I know you don't know me, but it would mean a lot to me. I love how one of the automated Gmail responses to this is, what? For this next post, OP's ex-roommate, after 2 months of leaving piles of stuff at his place, finally returns to pick it up and sends this text message. Warm up lunch and open the beers. Daddy's coming home. What do you mean? You won't feed me? You won't offer me beers? Are you joking? No hospitality? We're in the middle of a pandemic, dude. No, I'm not feeding you and giving you beers. And then down in the comments, OP adds, don't worry, I put all of his junk in a giant pile in the garage. He was really offended I told my roommate, who was working in the garage, that he was sick. Oh, did I forget to mention? He was sick. I don't want your camera. I don't. Then why are you still messaging me? Because you're an effing dick and you're not willing to be flexible with buyers. You're never gonna find someone to sell your camera to besides me, and you're being a jerk. $40 with delivery. Your camera is sucky. Dude, you've got some serious problems, lol. But I f*** women. Leave me alone. Hi, I saw your work on Facebook and I'm interested. Can you please send some examples? Sorry, these aren't the best pics, but if you have an idea of what you might want, I can give you a price quote. My dog died and I'd like a paw print. I'm sorry to hear that. Do you have a design in mind? No, I was hoping you could make something. Sure, are you thinking of putting this on a car? I have white vinyl. I usually charge to make a design, but I can do that part for free. You'll just have to pay for the vinyl and shipping costs. Yes, on the back of our Range Rover. It's white, so white would be good. Okay, I'm thinking 6 inches by 4 inches. It would come to $16 with shipping. I have a few designs in mind. Would you like to approve them first or be surprised? A surprise is fine. I like your work. Thanks, my Venmo is blank. I'll send it tomorrow. I actually am mailing too. Feel free to pick. I couldn't decide on a design. If you're doing that, I'll put the other sticker on our Jeep. But can you send one more for my husband's car? I actually am nearly out of this vinyl and have already sealed up the mailer. I'm sorry. I hope you love the 2 I sent. I can do more if you want, but I'd have to quote you as a different order. Once you receive these, you can let me know which design you'd prefer and I can make another. So you'll send 2 but not 3? Unfortunately, I'm pretty pressed for time right now. I cut 2 because I wanted to make sure you got a design you liked. I'm happy to make another for the same price. Our cars are gonna look silly with 2 having them but not the 3rd. I would like a refund. I'm sorry, I only